There's a common saying that the only disability is a bad attitude. Indeed, there are 7 million adults in the United States who are classified as having an intellectual disability, from Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, autism, and genetic disorders. But having spent time with them producing this episode, I'm left wondering, who are the ones really disabled in our world? Because the community created by the nonprofit we're featuring on today's Buzz, well, each member, quite simply, is a masterpiece.
Masterpiece Alliance really started because of a journey that my family's been on for a while. That journey really involves three things. One is that I've been an educator for 28 years now in the public schools, a job that I love, I still love to this day, but one thing I've seen is that folks with intellectual or developmental disabilities, they have a lot going on during school, 7 hours a day at least of friends and activity. And then they graduate high school, and unfortunately, it's often to nothing. You're probably not going to college. You very well maybe aren't able to get a job just yet or a job on your own. You're not going into the military. There are very few programs that exist for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So here's this young person who's gone through school their whole life. You know, they've had friends and activities and teachers and a warm, loving environment, and then they hit the age of around 22 where they stop receiving services from the public schools, and there's really not much for them.
Mom and Jim always say I'm at the age where I need to get used to doing this stuff.
Well, you got the kerchief right here, you know, and
very
matches.
Fancy.
Of course.
Yep, and the shirt is kind of choking me.
My wife and I have 4 children, wonderful kids, ages 30, 27, 22, and 16, and our 27-year-old daughter is on the autism spectrum. So we have lived the life of parents with a wonderful child who we love dearly, who has tons of skills, tons of gifts. In fact, she's the greatest person in the world to work with preschool-age children. But she's had to navigate at times a very difficult road having autism, being on the autism spectrum. So we've seen this as parents. We've seen this in the public schools. We have also been volunteers for the last 15 years with a Young Life ministry called Capernaum that works with adolescents with intellectual disabilities and developmental disabilities. And just like in the public schools, when you age out of that program, there really aren't other ministries like that for folks with disabilities. So we got some friends together and said, let's do something. We didn't know what that was going to be, but we decided to do something, and that something turned into Masterpiece Alliance. The name Masterpiece Alliance is very important to us. The word masterpiece comes from a version of Ephesians 2:10 that says, for we are God's masterpieces. We believe that everybody is a masterpiece, that there are no mistakes in God's creation. And that verse goes on to say that everybody has a purpose that was created in advance. And so we believe that all of our friends, all of our community members, all of our masterpieces, they also have a really meaningful purpose. So while we want to build a community and we want people to get to know each other and not be isolated, we also want to help our friends, our community members live into the big purpose, the big story, the impactful life that they were created to live.
I've had an honor of being a part of God's masterpiece for over 2 years now, and I want to thank Scott Aviv and the family. We are God's masterpiece.
Masterpiece Alliance started with 15 or so adults who were part of a ministry focused more on adolescents. But it became clear that they had outgrown the topics and lifestyles of the younger crowd.
Now our community has grown. We are more than double. At a typical community event, we'll probably have about 70 people coming. And so, yeah, we have grown a ton throughout the years.
Masterpiece Alliance strives to offer 4 large group events each month. 2 of those is MA Club, held at a local church, where the community gathers for dinner, usually pizza, karaoke, games, a gospel time, and fellowship. The other 2 events each month is an outing, like bowling, a movie at a local theater, or skate night. Masterpiece Alliance has been a transformative blessing for Jean West and her 27-year-old son, Tanner, who has a rare genetic disorder called Williams syndrome.
Tanner was always the center of attention. I mean, from elementary school through high school, whenever I had to go pick him up for an appointment, we'd be walking down the hall, it'd be, hey Tanner, hey Tanner, hey Tanner. I said, is there anybody that you don't know? After he graduated high school, there was really nothing for him to socialize. And so the days that he doesn't work, you know, he's stuck sitting at home. And even he would say, you know, what can I do? Where can I go? Who can I hang out with?
And now? What?
Now I'm probably kicking myself because he stays so busy that I don't know if I'm coming or going. Our youth pastor told us about Masterpiece, and his first event was a hockey game, and he was hooked. And he just had so much fun. And every event that came out, he was there, he wanted to go. And he's been having a blast. Now I don't have a life because of his social calendar. You know, if anybody wants me to do something, I have to say, well, hold on, let me see if Tanner's got anything going on. It gives me a little time too. You know, when he's doing his thing, I have a little breather, you know. And then, you know, a couple of the young guys with Masterpiece do things with him outside of MA. So it's been absolutely wonderful. I sing their praises all the time.
It truly is amazing.
Yep, he loves everything about it.
What we really desire to do, what we give vision to our volunteers to do, is to reach out to some of our community members throughout the week, get coffee, go get lunch, and for our community member with a disability, she had never had somebody her age reach out before and say, hey girl, you want to get your nails done? Which is what 23-year-olds do, right? So that is the sort of thing that we love. When those friendships start happening, when those relationships start happening outside of the large group events, that's actually where the magic really happens.
The blessing extends not just to those with an intellectual disability, but those who volunteer as well, such as Chris Gravelin, an engineer who got introduced to Masterpiece Alliance while a student at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. I mean, I have my social circle the way everyone else does, but it's really overlapped with Masterpiece Alliance in this community. Like if I got married tomorrow, I'd probably have one particular guy from Masterpiece Alliance in my wedding party because he's one of my best friends, and you ask your best friends to be in your wedding, right? So it really is, like, I'm a part of a community. Like I guess I come and serve, or whatever you want to call it, but I mean, I just come and hang out with my friends and eat pizza and watch them sing karaoke, and I don't know, that's something a lot of my coworkers are doing too on Friday night, but I just happen to do it here. So this isn't something I've grown up with. I think a lot of people have a relative with a disability, and that's how they've ended up here, but that wasn't really my story. I guess the Ephesians 2:10 verse, it's like, we are God's masterpiece. He's created us anew in Christ Jesus so we can do the good things He prepared for us long ago. I had that, I have that tattoo, and I've had it since I was 18. Apparently this is where I belong. I don't know why or how or what it's gonna look like, or I don't know. I'm hanging out with these people who love talking about wrestling, and I don't know much about wrestling, but I mean, I guess I'll put down some roots and stay here for a while. And it's been really rewarding. It's definitely been a good decision.
So we're having this conference, and the goal is to bring as many churches together as possible. And the purpose is to help churches get a vision for why it's so important that they become places of belonging for folks with disabilities. The reality is that folks with disabilities and their families tend to attend church at a lower rate than the general population because there are many barriers, either real or perceived, that just make it hard for them to participate. And we want to change that. So we want to help churches either start disability ministries, or more importantly, look around at themselves and recognize that there are people missing from their pews, and that there's something they can do about it, so that their church will not only be a place that can love folks with disabilities, but their church can be loved by folks with disabilities. We think the church has something to gain. So we're hoping for at least 100 people to come to this. I mean, more would be even better. We think that every church in the region ought to participate, so we're hoping to have a great showing.
To help Masterpiece Alliance advertise the conference, I was happy to create a quick promotional video to put out on social media. But for the real buzz, I turned to my good friends at Wordsprint, a print and digital marketing agency based in Blacksburg, Virginia.
I'm definitely not super creative. I'm very like right angle. I can put things like in a list like that and then make sense. And so I often will make something or create something. And I'm like, oh, that looks good. And then I'll go to someone's website or see an image that's done by someone who knows what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like I'm not super creative. So people who know more than I do, which is almost everybody, it's helpful to kind of gain their expertise and sort of, hey, this is actually maybe a better strategy. So I'm always open and looking for ideas like that.
What I do appreciate with what you've done already is the personal contact, because that is really the root of all marketing. That's the gold standard, is the luncheons you've been having, the people you've been talking to, the Sunday school teachers, the pastors, whoever you and your people have been talking to. And we try to take that personal relationship and translate it into something that is scalable up to hit more people by doing the same thing, by the drip marketing, the building trust by rhythmically touching and sharing. And just like your personal conversations over time build trust, so people trust you because they trust you. It's a relationship. We try to create the same thing through the marketing process, whether it's email, digital, mail, radio ads, whatever it is. So yeah, I think this will be a good fit.
My name is Kaden Ness. I'm studying 35, and I love masterpiece, and I love hanging out with my friends, and they teach me God.
My name is Silas Henderson. I am on staff with Masterpiece Alliance, and I love my job. I love my job for how it is inclusive and fun, but also how it is inclusive and welcoming. Okay? I myself have a little experience because even I am mildly on the spectrum. And so I love to see this happy, inclusive community, and I love to serve it, and I love to bring my experience to it.
Hello, my name is Connor, and this is my mother, Cheryl. As you can see, I cannot control my left arm because of my traumatic brain injury.
We were in a car crash when he was just about 8 years old, and he suffered a brain injury, and he's made remarkable progress. It was in 2005, so it's been a while.
My name is Chris Rhea. This is my son, Tate.
I'm Tate Rhea. I'm 23.
Do you have a challenge with autism spectrum disorder? Yeah. And it's created a little bit of intellectual disability, but you are one heck of a dude, right? You got special abilities, right?
Yeah.
My name is Dwayne Thomason. My age is 40. I've just loved Masterpiece Alliance, and with Masterpiece Alliance, it makes me think of family. I have a great girlfriend too. I think that I have good people that's there for me too.
I'm Jean, and I go to Masterpiece, and I love it. We do all kinds of stuff there, singing and dancing and all kinds of stuff.
Socially, she can hang out with her cousins, but we've met friends through Young Life and Masterpiece that are actually friends, aren't family, so that's real special to her. She just gets so excited if they text her or call her or, take her somewhere. It just means the world. I can't, it almost makes me cry. Well, it has, but, just the joy that, these people give her.
Whenever I go to club or whenever I see someone from the community just out and about, you just see their faces light up, and they just run up and they just give you a big hug. Do you remember the minions from Despicable Me, the little yellow minions that are just always happy all the time? They're as happy as that. They're as happy as can be, and just seeing them shower me with such love has really showed me how I can be a friend to anyone, and how much a friend really is appreciated.
Dinosaurs?
It's off of Jurassic Park.
How do you launch grenades, man?
This is Riley.
Hey Riley, how are you?
He's one of my guys.
Riley's killing you, man. Riley's got 23,000 points.
So yeah, for us, Masterpiece has so many opportunities. It's more than Connor can participate in because he is in some classes at a program called No Bounds, and then he has therapies, and then we have family, so he has a lot he can participate in, but Masterpiece lets him get out and see friends that he'd met back in Capernaum. But yes, it's hard to find.
What she said.
As a parent of folks with what I call special abilities, you're worried about them the day you get the diagnosis. It's a life-changing event. I can tell you the exact date that we got his diagnosis, February 28, 2004. It's one of those dates that you sticks with you. And then from then on, you think differently. You're concerned about them, their long-term, what's going to happen to him after we're not here. But you kind of go day by day, and you learn to appreciate every day. And events like Masterpiece, we go, like Wednesday night, we're looking forward to the roller skating event and laser tag.
Where am I going to?
But this offers another opportunity for these folks to not only socialize, but build a community, not only while my wife and I are here to support them, but also after we do what we call cross the rainbow bridge.
I'm not going to play laser tag.
Okay. You could beat Scott if you wanted to.
No, I'm just not going to do anything.
Okay.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Job, team. All right.
Thanks to former Heisman Trophy quarterback and philanthropist Tim Tebow, there's one date that shines above all on the social calendars for the intellectual disability community, and Masterpiece Alliance makes the most of it.
All right, hey, Night to Shine is this awesome thing put on by the Tim Tebow Foundation all over the country. And as you know, Masterpiece Alliance, we like to hang out and have fun, so this is a great excuse for us to have fun. We're getting together at this cool Italian restaurant, Mama Maria's in Salem, Virginia. We're gonna have about 30 of our community members and friends just getting together, having dinner, and then we're gonna go party at the Night to Shine right here in the Roanoke Valley.
This is my first time trying it, and I'm trying it because a few people are wanting me to go, and I need to work on getting used to this stuff since I'm at that age.
I am Patty McFadden. This is Woodrow. This is my boyfriend, fiance. I'm very excited. I've been doing this since 2017. I have many crowns, probably like 4 crowns, like 5 crowns. I just collected them. But I love it.
My name is Sammy, and I come to the same place, and I get to do a good dance. Thank you.
My name is Donovan Glenn Goad. Since it's 2025, I'm hoping to have a great time with all my friends and just be hanging out for the community.
Any dancing?
Sam!
My name is Beth Mitchell, and this is my son Brandon. He's found his people. It makes us very happy. Yes, he looks forward to the club meetings and the special events. He does better. He's ready to see his friends.
The friendship and the camaraderie and learning about God and stuff. I got into it because 2 of my friends already belonged to it, and got me out of my apartment more and got me a whole new group of friends that and that I like to be around, and I enjoy going out in the evening time too, and to be with them and to hang out with a new group of friends.
I'm McKenna Habib. I'm Haley Steffen.
And I'm Claire Peterson.
Honestly, I was really lonely as well, and my dad actually started Masterpiece and always would brag about how amazing his friends were, and I was like, I need to be a part of that, and it's just been such a blessing, and all these friends have been just an answer to prayer.
And you say volunteers, but for us, it doesn't feel like we're volunteering. We're just hanging out with our friends, having a great time.
I've been isolated all my life because people have never treated me right. This group has been like everything. I decided that I wanted to volunteer because I wanted to make sure that they had a better life than what I had.
Going to dance with girls.
Yeah. Dance with girls. Yes, you are. Nice.
My name is Joshua Spitzer Hodges. I'm 19 years old. I'm born in Roanoke, Virginia. The reason I liked Masterpiece Alliance was you get all these hot girls, you know, something like that. And I say the word, man, they are smoking hot today.
Well, my name is Ruth Anna Grace Walker. Oh, I can't wait for the night to shine, and I'm going to be so happy when I walk around the red carpet and ride in the limousine and dance the night away. I'm really excited.
Scott, KJ, so great to meet you guys in person.
Absolutely, yeah. Nice to meet you.
I want to let you know that when Michael first approached us about doing this for Masterpiece Alliance, everybody at Wordsprint that we talked to about it fell in love with your
Cool.
mission.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to get behind the whole endeavor. So we launched this multi-channel, omni-channel marketing campaign to drive registration for the event, to build awareness, to build some excitement. So to take a look exactly what we did, here's a little dashboard that shows you the various pieces. We started with the mail piece. That postcard was designed using your assets, your photographs, your logo, but we just rearranged it a little bit. And that's kind of the centerpiece because direct mail still has the highest response rate of any type of marketing. It's over the top. So it was 1,720 churches, religious organizations in the Roanoke metro area.
That's a lot of churches.
All got a postcard. But before they got the postcard, they started seeing these digital assets on their cell phones or their wherever they're surfing Facebook or doing the Google searches and that type of thing. This same image, this same message, this same call to action is what they would see. So instead of just a postcard, which they probably looked at and threw away, but touched it, smelled it, still made an impression. They got 22 total impressions with these additional ads that they were seeing during the ensuing several weeks. You have a 2.15% engagement rate, which is great. Usually we see about 1.5. Those are people that did something. They scanned a code, they clicked on a URL, they clicked on the informed delivery that they got in their mail, all these ways that we were hitting them. You had a total of almost 38,000 ad displays.
That's amazing. Or at least it seems amazing. It's a big number.
Yeah, it is amazing. How did it go? Give us some.
Yeah, I mean, we have a whole lot of people signed up. So our goal was 100 people to register, and we have 95 who've registered. So we're almost there. We still have a few weeks to go. We feel awesome about it, and we love the fact that 38,000 times people have seen ads about us. Like I didn't know that, but that's unbelievable.
Well, this type of campaign would usually run about $5,000. That's about the value of it.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
And once again, KJ and Scott, we really enjoyed working with you guys.
Yeah.
And hope you have a terrific turnout.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We're so grateful. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is not something we could have done on our own. I think it's going to give us some buzz. We're blown away by your generosity. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Masterpiece friends, help me out.
Scott Habib hoped 100 would attend his conference, thanks in part to Wordsprint, 170 people from 36 different churches ended up attending.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm was blind, but now I see. Good job. Yep.